All right, good evening everyone. It's Friday. It's 8:31 on my clock and it's Friday live market review. Bilisan na natin. Puntahan na natin 'tong chart na 'to na bumabagsak na po. Okay, so AUD/USD, look at that symmetrical triangle na break niya na dito. So I hope you guys were able to catch this. Bago pa yung symmetrical triangle na yan, nandito po tayo sa ceiling from 68.59. So na-break niya rin pati yung 68.16 doon. So if you weren't able to get in on this trade, I would not suggest for you to chase it already. Tapos na po yan. Abangan nyo na lang yung ulit na next position. So what would be the plan here after? Would be to wait for this pullback, papunta po balik doon, right? Look at that price bouncing off the 50% fib, right? So malamang kung gusto niyo po maging aggressive ng kaunti. So dito tayo for that pullback trade. Siguro tingnan natin, no, maybe 30, 25 pips, right? So pullback yung aabangan nyo dyan. It clearly shows that we have a strong dollar in this case. So tingnan natin, no, NZD USD is doing the same. Look at that symmetrical triangle 2 being broken just now. I don't have any position on those two first currency pairs that we checked, but I do have on GBP USD. Nag-aantay tayo ng breakout dito. So pag hindi nag-breakout ito, okay, kukunin natin yung profit natin on 1:1, right? So tingnan natin, medyo may hesitation na dito. Abangan natin sa may 15-minute chart, right? So medyo may hesitation na siya dyan after that drop, pero tingnan natin. We still have about 13 more minutes left on this bar, and the first high impact news has just been released. Okay, so ito yung na-receive natin ngayon. We have average hour earnings, which is higher than the projected number. The forecasted number is 0.3%. Yung lumabas is 0.5. So definitely it is strong for the dollar. Very, very good for the dollar. We're close to 2:1 here now. So happy days on a Friday. Sabi nila, ayaw mag-trade nung iba on a Friday kasi nga patulog na si market, pero kung ganito ang itsura nung natutulog, ewan ko na lang kung ano yung gising sa inyo. So tingnan natin kung ano pa pwede mangyari. We still have few more minutes left on that bar. Let's see what else we can do. I'm already in the trade. I am not looking to add a new position here, pero one thing is for sure, I am moving my stop loss at least to 1:1 to secure that profit. Para okay na tayo dyan. So that's good. And we move on to Euro USD, which is doing the same. We have been waiting for this drop for quite some time now. Kung makikita nyo, we were selling somewhere here at 50% fib. Pero unfortunately for today, I don't have any position there. So titingin lang ako dito. Probably this will be a big Monday trade na sa akin. A little pullback, then we go. By the way, kung mapapansin nyo, we're still within that zone, right? So we're still in that so-called gray area wherein the market is consolidating. I'm not sure where it wants to go, pero as long as it stays within that area, there's a very good chance that we can still operate and trade and take some positions while it's in this gray area. So tingnan natin if we can still take advantage of that. Pero sa akin mukhang Monday na talaga itong Euro USD. USD CAD, look at that spike, wonderful. It has been staying on this level for quite some time. Unfortunately for me, there was a bit of hesitation to put in an entry price here, pero yun na nga. Hesitation. Sayang. Okay, USD CHF is doing the same. Look at that reversal. We are really seeing strong dollar here. I would assume USD JPY is doing the same. And well, true enough, it is. So, tingnan natin dito, nasa intraday high na tayo. Understanding intraday high from what happened yesterday, mapapansin nyo yan, right? Rejected yan, rejected. So, this could be our ceiling for tonight. Tingnan natin. If it can break through, wonderful. We're still waiting for about two more high impact news, non-farm payroll, then we have unemployment rate coming up. Let's see, refreshing it. There you go. A beautiful number coming from non-farm payroll. Double dun sa ina-expect na number. So, if you guys are not familiar with this, why do we care? Non-farm payroll numbers is actually, well, the job creation, right? That doesn't include anything related to farming, of course, right? So yun yung tinitingnan natin. So the numbers are high and it's very, very good for the dollar. So meaning, as it was expected, right? Actual or the actual number greater than the forecasted number is great for the currency or good for the currency. So which very, very good news for us. So pero kung mapapansin nyo, balik lang ako sa GBP USD natin. nag-hesitate na dito. So I think 1:1 is reasonable for tonight's profit. I'm totally okay with that. Saan ka ba naman makakahanap ng 1:1 pag naglakad ka dyan, 'di ba? So that's good for us. Gold have dropped. Sayang. Nakatingin na ako sa sell kanina eh. Look at that bearish engulfing. Look at that bearish engulfing happening there. So, ayun nga lang, hindi po lahat natin nakukuha, no? So, nakafocus ako sa GBP USD kanina, pero at least we have one out of these few currency pairs that we're looking at. And silver is doing the same. I hope crude is doing the same. No, hindi masyado gumagalaw si crude. Is that dollar move influencing Bitcoin's move? Medyo nag-drop si Bitcoin for at least, look at that, for the last 15-minute bar. Ayan, bumaba siya ng few points there. So, at least touching the EMA. So, that could be a reasonable pullback for a new buy order for the people who are in Bitcoin. Pero, again, we do not discount the fact that it can go back to that trend line right there. So, tingnan natin kung pwede doon, which is actually right about, probably about 60% fib, right? So, yun yung nangyari ngayon for non-farm payroll Friday. It's the first Friday of the month. And as they say, pangit mag-trade on Friday. I got my 1:1. So, happy days. Happy Friday, right? So, planning. Tingnan natin anong pwede natin gawin dito. Sabi ko nga, puro pullback na lang abangan natin dito kung hindi pa po kayo nakakapasok sa trade. Wala na akong mahanap na i-chase nating entry price. USD CAD is really looking very, very good. Right? Dollar yen is really looking very, very good. So, pero unfortunately, chasing is no longer an option. Right? So, pero we still have a couple of things that we can do though. Let's see if we can go and jump in on the yen pairs. Tingnan natin, no? Euro JPY. Is this being affected by some things that we can take advantage of tonight? Right? Let's see. We still have a downtrend for Euro Yen, right? One of our regulars here in this session, the yen pairs. Pero we'll see. I would like the price to go back at least to 137.31. Diyan tayo maghahanap ng unang sell attempt natin. Pag hindi naman, then most likely the price will go back to this area right here. Tingnan natin how it can go back above it, if it won't continue the downtrend, that is. Pero mukhang magtutuloy siya ng downtrend. So it will be a sell for me for the rest of the week next week. If meron pa tayong mahuhuli dito, most likely it would be a sell opportunity too. I would not take any buy for Euro Yen at least for today. Yeah. AUD JPY will be the next one. Tingnan nga natin. Sandali, add ko lang po itong ating indicator. I'm not going back to the major currency pairs at least for now kasi wala pa naman tayong mahanap na trade doon. Sadly, we only have one position there pero at least, 'di ba? Meron pa rin kahit papaano. Okay. But anyway, right, price bouncing off the floor. AUD JPY is on this big sideways move. I think I would like to go long here for next week. Ito for next week na talaga ito. I don't see a good entry price here for now. But if you would say, sandali let's be critical a bit here on this one. So if you would say you'd like to get in a little early here, it's touching off, well actually hindi na siya early pala, sorry. Nag-try na siyang mag-bounce dun sa 50% fib, umaakit siya ulit. So this bullish engulfing can be your potential entry if you'll be trading on a Friday on this one. Pero kung ako, tingnan ko no, medyo may Hindi ako masyadong comfortable with this position. Pero tingnan natin, let's observe. My H1 chart is still yet to show me a much better setup. So I'll have it on my watch list for the rest of the week na next week. Yun na yung gagawin ko. So anyway, moving on. We have NZD JPY here, which is, kung hindi nyo po napapansin, almost identical lagi yan ng setup kay AUD JPY. So konting difference lang, pero kung makikita nyo, almost the same. So kung maaari, if you're taking an Australian dollar yen pair trade, you might want to go and double check if you also have a Kiwi yen trade para hindi mag-double yung exposure nyo. Just pick one. Yeah, which is better. Sa akin, mas better si NZD JPY for this matter. Bakit? it's very very close to the floor. So kumbaga kung magpo-pullback man dito, I can really set up my stop loss there. Pero kung AUD-JPY masyadong malayo sa floor, kumbaga medyo malapad yung magiging pips at risk natin. So difference would be like about, this is a plus minus 90 pips. Okay, this one will be somewhere at 51 lang. So yeah, look at the big difference niya. Okay, so next will be on the yen pairs, crosses. GBP, JPY there. Balikan lang natin to ng mabilis. Okay, and we need to go back to pound yen, or sorry, GBP USD, which we have there from earlier. Tingnan natin kung nag-break out ba talaga sa floor. This one is not actually. So look at this. Pound yen is not going any lower than this point right here. Tama. Okay, good. So we have a zone somewhere here. So ibig sabihin we have a thicker floor, which is again following historical data. Kung mapapansin mo dito, hindi niya nabe-break ito. Though we have a false breakout here. And of course, for some, probably what you're seeing is a descending triangle. So ibig sabihin, if you guys have a long position somewhere here towards that direction, be mindful dun sa ating trend line or diagonal resistance somewhere at, I would say 164 to 163-ish, right? So bantay-bantayan nyo po kung meron kayong nakalagay na buy dyan. Okay? Another yen pair, let's go and check that here. Let me give this Swiss yen. Okay, Swiss yen. Sandali, tinatanggal ko lang po. I have my RSI there added. Look at that, beautifully going. It only shows the yen is quite weak, at least for today, no? Understanding that move. So, interestingly, kung maalala nyo, binabantayan natin tong uptrend na magtuloy, but we have this double top here happening. So, there's a likelihood of this price to change in direction very, very soon. The crossover is happening now. So, for me, conservatively, would be a sell after the breakout of the 139.07 floor. Yun yung mas better na setup for me, in case I would like to go and take that sell. Again, always a reminder to not discount the fact that it can go for this move still bago siya mag-break ulit. Again, this could be a false breakout, though it's still a downtrend. May pullback pa tayo na pwedeng i-anticipate papunta dun sa direction na yan, which is, if I would add our fib here, pwede pa yung bumalik hanggang sa probably about 61.8 before it can go to where it wants to go next, diba? So, abangan natin to. Sell area for me would be somewhere on this area below 139.07. So, ngayon, no move. Wala akong gagalawin dyan. Hindi ako magmamadali. Bakit ka pa ba magmamadali? Friday naman. Diba? So, okay. We got stopped out on GBP USD. We just bank about 1:1 there. So, beautifully happening tonight. There you go. So, in that case, for me personally, to end the first week of, what do you call this? Sandali refresh ko lang muna, hindi pa siya nag-ano. So, probably about less than 1% pa lang naman tayo dito. Pero tingnan natin. That's how it is. Okay, so let's refresh that later on. Pero anyway, do we still have one yen pair that we missed? Well, I think everything is covered as far as... Oh, sorry. CAD yen is the one that I'm missing. Yun na nga. Ayun. Wait lang ha. Okay. So, from here, we waited for this price to go over that level, pero hindi. Look at that false breakout that happened. Hindi na talaga siya bumalik doon. And it's actually below where we expect for the price to bounce. So, simply saying, it would be a sell probably for me next week. Wala na yung buy bias natin for CAD yen. Not unless it goes back up the 103.80 level, then, which is actually doing it now still as we speak. Yen is quite weak on a Friday evening. We know that the Japanese market is closed, so that could be one reason. But there's something else there. Let's see. Okay. Alright, well anyway. So wala naman na tayong mapapasukan dito in this case. So do I have anything from you guys? Do I have anything? Just in case there's something or there's some currency pairs you want me to check or review. Yeah, Balikan natin si ano ha, balikan natin si major currency pairs. Tingnan natin kung meron pa tayong pwedeng tawag dito. Kung meron pa tayong pwedeng mapasukan dito. Yun na nga, umakit pa rin. Pero bumalik to. Shoot! I got stopped out first. Bumalik siya. Tapos, dumiretso pa ulit. So, sucks to be me. We're going to, for a 2:1 now. I moved my stop loss a little bit too early here. Pero, well, that's reasonable. We have that low test bar happening here. So, I think it's very reasonable. So, I'm totally fine with that. Pero pag tumama yan doon, yun na nga, sayang na nga. Diba? Sayang, no? Right, so we'll see how it can go for the rest of the evening. I cannot find any entry price anymore. So, I would say I would like to rest for the rest of our Friday evening. It's football Friday. Right, so I think it's early to go for football Friday now. So I guess that's everything for me so far on a Friday evening, everyone. So this is me again, Ken, for your Friday live market review. And as always, saying if you find trading a little bit stressful, it only means you're not doing it properly. So you might want to look and see what else is happening there. So you guys have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful weekend ahead of you. And may the pips be with everyone. I'll see you guys next week. Same time, same link. Cheers, everyone. Bye for now.